ahead and swear in our junior city council members. And of course, you've met them before in the past here, so we're glad. And thanks to all the guests that are here tonight. We're going to move expeditiously but thoroughly through our agenda. First thing we want to do is have our invocation. Oliver Christian, would you oblige?
Bow your heads, please. Dear Lord, thank you for this beautiful day that you've given us. Thank you for the opportunities that you've given us in the city of Brownsville and Haywood County. Thank you for so many freedoms. But most of all, thank you for sending your son to die on the cross to save our souls, that we may live forever in your name. Dear Lord, be with us and be with the citizens of Haywood County over the next few days with potential of bad weather and icy cold weather. Just watch over us and watch over us as the Board of Aldermen, that we make the decisions that will be pleasing in your eyes. And it's in your name we pray. Amen.
Amen. So we stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Number 3 on our agenda for this evening is approval of minutes from the regular board meeting in December 12th. Are there any questions, concerns from the aldermen about the minutes as presented? Hearing none, we'll call for the motion. I'd like to entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second, been moved and properly seconded. Any questions, corrections, concerns? Hearing none, let's call for the vote. All those in favor, let it know by the sign of aye. Those opposed, nay. Okay. Next, we have resolution number 1060. This is a resolution to hire Collier Engineering for our SS4A. SS4A is a federal grant. It's Safer Streets for All. It's a federal funded grant, but this is the planning process. We put out a request for information, and we are after the scoring sheet, we decided to hire. After the scoring sheet, we did hire Collier Engineering based upon your approval this evening. They'll be doing probably a year-long planning process. The planning process will allow us to apply for federal grants. This is for all type of safety issues in all type of underserved communities, including Brownsville. This grant kind of went under the radar, but it's federal funding on the infrastructure grant. So we wanted to make sure we apply so we get ourselves in line for more funding. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to approve resolution number 1060. Motion, do I hear a second? It's been moved and second. Any questions?
Hey, Mayor, just to make sure, so everybody out there knows, I mean, we did an advertisement.
Yes.
And put it out for proposal.
Yes.
And gave everybody an opportunity to bid on.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. When we hire consulting services, yes, that's a part of the program. And people do call after to make sure. Okay. Any other questions? Hearing none, we'll call for the vote. All those in favor, let it know by the sign of aye. Those opposed, nay. Resolution 1060 passed. Next on our agenda, we have a presentation from Mr. Benny. Is he? Yeah, there he is. Okay. From the Southeast Center for Cooperative Development. If you just come up right here, if you need the microphone, you can push the button right at the base and just introduce yourself and tell it.
All right, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, you might not need a microphone. But once again, we're trying to move forward, be business friendly in the city of Brownsville, and we talk about all the opportunities. People say they're left out of opportunities, so this is just another program, one of many on our Gateway project.
And I appreciate the opportunity to introduce myself and my organization to the city of Brownsville. I'm with the Southeast Center for Cooperative Development, and we are a 501c3 nonprofit. Good thing about that is that we are grant funded. That means all our services are free, cost you nothing. And I want to describe our services because, and why we are here. We are co-op developers, meaning that we help people start co-op businesses, worker co-ops. These are businesses that are owned by the people who work there. And we help start the businesses. We have a 10-week academy in which we train people the basics of starting a co-op business. And then we offer technical assistance and support, ongoing business support to launch the business and get it started. We also have a finance support through the Net Fund. Net Fund is something that was started by Seed Commons. A gentleman from Seed Commons will be here in Brownsville on the 20th. His name is Ed Whitfield. to tell you more about C-Commerce. But what we offer is non-extractive, what we call non-extractive finance. Because the target populations that we're trying to reach are those who haven't had an opportunity before. Those who perhaps don't have a large nest egg to invest in a business. So we accept applications for a business loan, for co-op business loan. That means it's a business that is owned by at least 3 of the workers. And we don't require credit checks. We don't require you to pledge any of your personal assets as security for the loan. The loan is based on the soundness of the business itself. If the business is sound and viable, and if it passes muster, then we'll finance it. So I want to tell you more about that, and we'll talk about that on the 20th, January 20th. Also, on the 22nd, we'll have an introductory virtual meeting to explain exactly what co-ops are, how they work, how they operate, why they're different, how they're different, why we think they are a better economic assistance, particularly to those who have been subjected to inequalities, income inequality, wealth inequality, and that's why we do it, because we think we can make a difference. I have some materials I'd like to give you. I don't want to take up much of your time, but I appreciate the fact that you allowed me to come and introduce myself, introduce my organization. I have some materials I'd like to make sure that the people here are familiar with us. We'll come back and talk. If you have any questions, you can call me and ask me anytime. And I'd like to take just a minute or so if there's any pressing questions and address those, but I know I've got a couple of minutes left.
Yeah. Do anybody have any questions specifically about the co-op? Okay. He'll be here to answer questions. I know sometimes individuals, after we talk on the phone, individuals like to come up and have questions and get the information. Make sure you spread the information. So too often people say, well, I didn't know, but we're going to do everything we can to make sure you do know. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Let's give him a round of applause. Thank you. In the same vein, I see Ms. Joselle Booker, Cedric, and Natalie here from the Mid-South Minority Business Council. Now, this organization has been in business for 40 years. They do everything from top to bottom, A to Z, that a business can ask for. They're not just exclusively just for minority business, but women-owned business and distressed businesses. I've had the opportunity to meet with them, talk with them, go to their conference in Memphis, and it was simply amazing. Next year, we'll make sure our junior city council goes, just to see you name it, Ford, Corps Engineers, Department of Economic Development, everybody's there. So, Ms. Booker, would you come forward with your staff and just kind of introduce yourselves and tell us what your program about? This program is also grant funded and free to everybody. Thank you, Ms. Joseph. Now, Cedric.
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, Alderman. Yeah.
Do you need the microphone? Push that button, press down and turn, cover. There you go.
Is it on?
Is it great?
Okay. No, it's still there. Let's see. Just. Is this going to turn?
Hit it really quick. Hit it quick. Oh, all right. Maybe.
I don't know.
No, you don't need a microphone.
All right, well, I'll speak loud.
Okay, thank you.
Well, again, I'm happy to be here, Joselle Booker. I'm with the MMBC Continuum, which is a Memphis-based organization. I don't know if someone is, oh, she has it, okay. I'm going to have information here. We have a packet they already have information. All right, and so you heard a little bit about Mayor Rawls. I have over 30 years experience in procurement, in contracting, in supplier diversity. Back in 2017, I retired from Memphis Light, Gas and Water, the utility company, where I created the utility supplier diversity program, worked with corporations all around the city of Memphis, public and private, and within a 20-year period, our program, we spent over $500 million with minority, women, and women-owned small businesses in Memphis. Joined the MMBC Continuum in 2017 as their president and CEO. And we also operate the Tennessee Minority Business Development Business Agency. It's a mouthful, and that's what I'm really here to talk to you all about. I have 2 team members here with me, Natalie Robinson. She's our Vice President and Director of Marketing and Communications, and Lawrence Browder Parker. Lawrence is our project director of our MBDA Business Center. We were a little late this evening. Cedric had a blowout, and so he is getting his tire fixed, and that threw us off a little bit, but he's fine.
Perfect time.
But Rawls mentioned that our organization has been around for over 40 years. We were created out of the Memphis Chamber of Commerce, and we were created during a period of time in our community when the community stakeholders came together and they were trying to solve for high unemployment in the African American community. And so there was a group of corporate CEOs that got together, and they were one of the many groups, and they said one of the things that they could do as corporations is they could buy more goods and services from minority-owned and women-owned businesses, which would allow them to grow, scale, and be able to hire more people. We provide one-stop shop certifications for minority-owned businesses, women-owned businesses, businesses interested in doing business with PDOT or the federal government, which are disadvantaged businesses, and as well as local small businesses for the city and for the utility company. We have a sister organization that's a 501c6 organization that provides training, technical assistance, and counseling services, consulting services to businesses. We're an advocate organization. We do a lot of supplier sourcing with major corporations, and we offer strategic networking for businesses as well as corporate entities that want to do business together. That's just a little impact of our work for the first 3 quarters of 2023. Now, what I'm here to talk to you all about tonight is our Rural Business Initiative. Our Tennessee Minority Business Development Agency is funded by the U.S. Department of Commerce, and we operate a statewide business center that provides technical assistance, one-on-one consulting, business consulting, access to capital, and we do it all at no charge. It is funded by the U.S. Department of Commerce. We have a statewide reach. These are the various services that we offer. Businesses, we sit down with businesses, do an assessment, find out what the business owner is interested in doing with their business. How do they plan to grow? What is it that they need to do? The unique thing on the next slide about this particular, and this is what we do. We do intake, we provide access to contracts, to opportunities, to capital, to business owners. This particular program, let's go to the next slide. I don't know, maybe we skip one. Maybe go back a couple of slides that talks about, one more. That slide is not there. Okay, so what we're here to talk about, our Rural Business Development Initiative in September, from September 1 of 2023 to August of 2024, we've received funding for an additional year. And the funding is for us to work with minority business enterprises, which are defined in a number of ways. Under the MBDA Act, which was just approved back last year, a minority business enterprise can be a company that is owned by an ethnic minority. It can be a company that is owned by a company that says that is socially or economically disadvantaged. It can be owned by a company that is not minority owned, but is owned by other individuals. So basically, this program can serve any business in any community. And our charge is to work with businesses that are located at least 50 miles from our business center in Memphis. And so what we presented to the U.S. Department of Commerce is that we wanted to work with businesses in 4 counties outside of Memphis. We want to work with businesses in Tipton County and in Haywood County. And the businesses in Tipton County and Haywood County would be serviced, and we would work with them here in the city of Brownsville. We will have business advisors, technical assistance providers that would come here and present these classes and these sessions. We're working with 2 different groups. So any individual that is interested in forming a business, you have a business idea, you don't quite know what to do next, we will work with those businesses to help those businesses make sure that they're properly licensed, registered with the state, bring in resources, if it's the state of Tennessee, if it's the local area, to help businesses understand what they need to do to form. And we also will work with businesses that are existing businesses in the industry, and you're interested in growing or scaling. So that could mean access to contract opportunities, it could mean access to capital. So we have a partnership with all of the major banks in Memphis. And so what we've done through those banking relationships with the banks in Memphis, banks that are located here in Haywood County and those that are located in Tipton County, they are contacting their counterparts here to get them to come on board to provide workshops, technical assistance, meet one-on-one with business owners here, and provide access to capital. So everything from working with contract opportunities, so like the Department of, it's called GoDBE, but it's the state of Tennessee. So anybody that's interested in doing business with the state of Tennessee, we have partners that we work with there that'll come and create opportunities for businesses. What we want to do at the end of this program is to have stronger businesses here in Tipton County and in Haywood County. And then we're also working with Fayette County and Hardeman County. And those businesses, we will work with them out of the city of Bolivar. So it's a two-pronged approach. We have funding for the next year. It's all about helping businesses to create more businesses, to grow, to scale, and then bringing in resources, whether it's small business development centers, whether it's CPAs, whether it's accountants, it's people that can help with human resources, whatever those services are that businesses need. We will be here providing those services, and again, at no cost to the citizens, nor is there any cost to the city of Brownsville or those counties. And then I do want to say that the very last slide, if you put that back up, we are having a kickoff of this program, and we're going to have the kickoff it's going to be held in Bolivar. That's the joint kickoff between all 4 counties. The state representatives have been invited. Our congressman in Tennessee, Memphis, has been invited. He was spearheaded us getting this. All of you are invited, and business owners, and we want as many business owners as possible to hear about the resources that we're provided and to come to the kickoff. So while we have the initial kickoff, it'll be held in Bolivar, but we will also have a kickoff meeting here after that for the people that live here in Brownsville. Now, you're welcome to come to Bolivar, but just know that Brownsville will have its own kickoff meeting and introduction of the program. And so feel free to scan that QR code. We have information that will circulate about this exciting opportunity. And are you telling me all the classes will be held here? Yeah. Everything is going to be held right here in this room. We'll bring the resources here to you. And then we also offer different types of workshops and webinars at our offices in Memphis, and those will also be made available if they're of interest to you, and you don't have to leave the comfort of your home or your office. You can join in and attend those virtually. So I'm happy to answer any questions.
Any questions? Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll be here
Okay.
afterwards if anyone has questions.
Let's give a round of applause. The whole purpose in bringing this building to fruition was to have community, to bring resources here. We want to be not just a courtroom for city court, but a resource center where all roads lead to Brownsville and everything starts here. So this, Mr. Bennett, thank you for your co-op. We'll be hearing from him. He has a flyer information. Thank you, Ms. Booker. I'm sorry, Lawrence, I called you Cedric, but thank you, Lawrence. All right. And Natalie, thank you as well. So these are the boots on the ground. These are resources that are right here for you. So when people say, I don't know, I don't understand, these are the resources. These are the experts that we brought into the room free of charge to bring those resources to you so you can develop your business. Everything that we have now, we need more of. And we see experience population growth, growth in the capital expenditures, we need more of every type of service that you can think of. You have a business, or think about starting a business, you have a family member, or a church member, now's the time. There's plenty of opportunity. We want to share the wealth, have a seat at the table. At this time, we have our community development report, Ms. Kristen Mathis.
Good afternoon. Are there any questions regarding the community development report? Okay, we do have one update. The city of Brownsville was awarded, the Community Development Block Grant in the amount of $630,000 for pavement of Hatchie Street. Okay, and this year is, the city of Brownsville bicentennial celebration. We will have our bicentennial celebration kickoff on January 27th at 9 a.m. With our unity breakfast, and that will be held in National Guard Armory at 221 Morgan Street. And also the grand reopening and ribbon cutting for the Ann Marks Performing Theater will be Thursday, 11 o'clock at 11 a.m.
Okay. Anything else? That's it, Ms. Mayor?
Hey, Mayor, so we manage expectations on Hatchie. How long will it take? I mean, these things take a while, and
Yes.
they go through the environmental piece and just,
Yes.
so I mean, I guess my question is, do you think this summer we'll see paving on Hatchie, or will it?
Well, like you said, we've asked about the environmental process. It's the longest, most cumbersome part, and you know. So once we get past it, we'll get a notice to proceed, and then we can manage the expectations. I would be hopeful that we can start this summer, but until we get that notice to proceed, we can't spend any money. But we got the money allocated along with multimodal grant for Mercer Road. It's in the NEPA process, and Anderson, we just, this spring, we just got the notice to proceed on that. Yeah, so we're moving forward. All right, thank you, Ms. Matthews. Next, we have our financial manager report, Sherry Bass.
Are there any questions concerning the finances for the month of December? So far, we have spent 38% of our budget at the end of December, and in the month of December, we received $1,425,543.99 in revenue.
I also want to point out that if we look at our budget, the amended budget, probably we have $5 million, not probably, we do have $5 million in grant funding that's coming in revenue showing the expenditures. So we still can rely heavily on our grant funding to sustain the city and remain debt free. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the financial manager report as presented. Do I hear a motion? Do I hear a second?
Second.
Been moved and properly second. Any questions, concerns? If none, we'll call for the vote. All in favor, let it know by the sign of aye. Those opposed, nay. Okay. Financial manager report. Mayor's report, no report for tonight. Okay. Alderman Bishop.
No report?
Vice Mayor Flake.
I apologize, I don't have the report from Brownsville City Performance tonight, because we just had our meeting last night, so the report wasn't very powerful, and the meeting that I had scheduled for May was like February, newspaper supplies and everything, kind of spread, we're gonna cancel it, and I'll let you know when it's and have the meeting with y'all.
Alderman Taylor. No report. We do want to make have everyone exercise a maximum amount of caution. We do see the coronavirus is starting to show itself again from our Christmas and Thanksgiving gatherings, so we do have masks available. We just ask that people just be cautious, especially when you're socializing in groups. So that's why we're keeping everything short and to the point tonight. Are there any departmental reports? So Chief Evans, no departmental reports. Okay. At this time, secured by law, we're now open for public comments, limited to 2 minutes each on anything that we talked about on the agenda tonight. We do have to offer this up at all public meetings as per law, but it passed by the state legislature in July. The board, you got something? You smiling off that. Okay. Are there any comments, questions? Enough from the public. We'll close out that. At this time, I'd like to entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Do I hear a second? All in favor, let it know by sign of aye. And everybody approved, get them going. Thank you.